So on today's episode, guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to properly mix your Ozone soap to avoid any issue whatsoever. Hello guys, it's your girl again, Touch. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's episode, we are going to be discussing about an inexpensive way to make your black soap. Before then, if you're new to my channel, I am Touch. Feel free to go around, check my previous video, let us know what you feel, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share my video, and stay glued. So on today's episode, guys, I'm going to be teaching you how to properly mix your Ozone soap to avoid any issue whatsoever. The issues like green veins, stretch marks, dark knuckles, and all other skin issues. First of all, what are Ozone soap? Let me show you the picture first. This is what Ozone soap looks like. Okay, so what are Ozone soap? Ozone soap are actually strong whitening soap. These soap are super strong, and they are not meant to be used on the skin alone. If you do not want wahala, don't try using this soap on your skin alone. So now Ozone soap are actually good soap when they are actually properly mixed. When you mix it with other things, they could really give you a nice tone and you would love it. It's actually an inexpensive way of getting a whiter shade, of mixing your black soap or other forms of soap, the likes of Molato soap and other things. So I'm going to be giving you out the formula. I'm not going to be mixing this or demonstrating it, but I'm going to be properly explain so you understand it. And trust me, if you stay tuned and you listen to all the things I have to say, you are going to get it, and you will come back to thank me once you try it out. The first thing you need is 2 wraps of Ghana soap. This is what Ghana soap looks like. Yes, that is what it looks like. You are going to need 2 wraps. Then the next thing you need is a medicated soap. You can decide to use any soap at all. Any soap, super good for pimples, acne, anything. So for me, I use Molato soap. Sometimes I use Ozone, and I recently just discovered this soap, Iru. Paste the picture right here. I used this recently. You need just one, please. 1 Ozone soap, okay? For this formula I'm giving you, all you need is 1 Ozone soap. So we have 2 wraps of Ghana soap, 1 medicated soap, and 1 Ozone soap. So all you have to do is get a stainless bowl, shred all these soaps into the bowl. Shred it with your shredder. All this the stuff you use in shredding your okra, your yam, and all of that. Shred it into this plastic, a stainless. It has to be a stainless because you are going to heat it on fire, so it has to be a stainless, or you could use your pot. Probably you have pot you don't use again. So now into that mixture you want to add 5 balls of 7 days whitening balls and pimples balls. These 2 balls too are very nice, and they go hand in hand with black soap, Ozone soap, and all this mixture. They are super nice. This is what they look like. Yeah, 7 days whitening balls and pimples balls. All you need is 5 balls each. I think there are about 15 balls in a nylon, so you just need to count it like 1 2 3 4 5, not 5 nylons, just 5 balls. 1 2 3 4 5, and you're good to go. Shred these balls into this mixture you have on ground. So into this mixture you want to add 5 to 7 tablespoons of any carrier oil of your choice. You can decide to use almond oil, coconut oil, olive oil, or even shea butter. Just choose any of these oils and add. I'm trying to make sure you work with what you have. Do you understand? So make sure you use any of this oil, add it into this bowl. After adding it, then you want to add your glycerin, vegetable glycerin, also 5 tablespoons of your vegetable glycerin into this mixture. Then you use your hand to roll it all together, making sure all of the soap gets a share of these oils. I hope you understand. After shredding all the soap, adding these oils into it. Make sure all the soap gets at least a tiny share of these oils. Then you proceed to putting the shredded soap on the fire, making sure you use a low heat. Please place your gas or whatever you are using on a low heat. Then if you want to know how to do this better, I'm going to drop the link to a whitening soap I recently made about a few months ago, so you see how I made the soap on fire, making sure to use a low heat. I'm going to drop it in the description box. So after putting it on fire, you want to get a turning stick and start turning. You start turning this mixture until you get a very smooth blend. Then you drop it, allowing this soap to cool. Get ready to add other things, and here are the things you are going to add after the soap has completely cooled down. So the first thing you are going to add afterwards is 1 tablespoon each of these powders. 1 tablespoon of tamarind, 1 tablespoon neem powder, rice powder, sandalwood powder, turmeric powder, activated charcoal, carrot powder, cinnamon, oat, and orange peel. 1 tablespoon each. Now listen, if you do not have all these powders, just ensure you use at least 4 or 5 of these powders. You don't have to break the bank to look good. Your base is super okay. You just want to make sure while the soap is exfoliating, giving you a nice shade, it does it fights the likes of hyperpigmentation, pimples, acne, blackhead, and all of that. This is what these powders are meant for. So if you don't have all these powders, you can also use 4 out of these powders. I'm going to paste all the ingredients I'm stating in the description box so as to make it easy for you. So I'm going to repeat these powders again. 1 tablespoon each of tamarind powder, neem powder, rice, sandalwood, turmeric, activated charcoal, carrot powder, cinnamon, oat, and orange peel. And after that, you want to add 1 teaspoon of sulfur. Then you want 2 teaspoons of camwood powder. So that is it for the powders. Let's move to the oils. You want to add 50 grams of crude canacol to avoid all forms of stretch mark, green vein, blue vein, varicose vein, and the likes. So this means while your soap is whitening, like toning your skin, it is also equally removing the likes of stretch mark, dark knuckles, blue vein, all and other forms of hyperpigmentation on your skin or on your face. So 50 grams of crude canacol, 50 grams of charm water or floral water or herbal water, whatever they call it. This water is actually super good for stretch mark. It prevents stretch mark, it prevents reaction on the skin, and a whole lot more. Now you want to add 1 bottle of 5 days whitening serum. This is what charm water looks like, or floral water, whatever you call it. This is what 5 days whitening serum looks like. So yeah, the next thing you want to add is herbal water. 20 grams herbal water. We call this in Yoruba omiaro. They sell it like for chips here. You just go to the market, tell them you want to buy herbal water. Is omiaro. This omiaro is super good for pimples, acne. It dries out pimples in a snap, like that. If you get original, it dries out pimples like this. And it's also very good for eczema. Omiaro, if you are a skincare vendor and any of your customers have been complaining of eczema or this and all of that, you can just bottle omiaro for the person, probably put a little bit of botanical powders and give it to them to use. It will dry up the eczema in 3 days, like this. It is super good. I'm going to try to get a picture and paste it here. So the next thing you want to add is half bottle of Jolly Tonic. Oh god, this Jolly Tonic is like my favorite oil in the world. I so much like working with this oil. I'm coming, let me show you. I have it. So guys, this is the Kole Huli or whatever it's being called. I don't know if you can see it. I'm using my front camera, so it might be upside down, but I'm going to still paste the picture here. Tonic, very good oil. Like I have 10 of this. I do not joke with it. It's always in almost all my formulations. Talk of glow oil, whitening oil, this, that, butter, anything I'm mixing at all, I make sure I use this oil. Very, very good. You know what? I'm going to make a review on this oil in particular. I'm going to make a review on it. So you want to add, you want to add half of this bottle. You want to add it into your mixture. Then you're going to add half cup of honey, raw honey. I sell honey just in case you want an undiluted pure honey. We sell that. You can get that from us. Then after this, you want to add your preservative and fragrance accordingly. You could use any kind of fragrance, whatever you want, just add it. So let me go over this process again. The first thing you need is 2 wraps of your Ghana soap, 1 Mekapo soap, Iru soap, or Dudu Ozone, whichever of these soaps you want to use. You add it, shred these soaps into your stainless. Then you add 1 Ozone soap, 5 Pimples balls, 5 whitening balls. Then you add 5 to 8 tablespoons of your coconut oil, olive oil, or shea butter, or whatever oil you have, whatever carrier oil you have. Add it into it, making sure to all the soap have a share of this oil. And after that, you place your soap on a low heat. Then you start stirring till you get a smooth consistency. And I also said, if you want to know how I do this properly, you can go all the way down. Okay, I'm going to paste a link of how I made a whitening herbal soap about a few months ago. That is how I make my soap. I make my soap on fire. So after doing that, you want to place the soap down while it's getting cool. Then you add this following ingredients: 1 tablespoon each of the following powders: turmeric powder, neem powder, rice powder, sandalwood, activated charcoal, tamarind, carrot powder, cinnamon, oat, and orange peel. And like I said, if you do not have all this powder, just make sure you use 4 or 5 out of it and you're good to go. The next is to add 1 teaspoon of your sulfur and 2 teaspoons of your camwood, also known as Ozone. So then you add your oils, 50 grams of your crude canola. Let me show you what crude canola looks like. I have it here. So guys, this is what crude canola looks like. You can see it's super thick. This is the original, super original crude canola. If you need this, you can also contact us. You can see I cannot do without putting this in any of my mixtures, especially cream that whitens. Whenever I'm making whitening cream, I make sure I put this. This thing is like Obonge stretch mark oil. Works for stretch mark, blue vein, green vein, whatever. It's also in our popular miracle oil. If you know Fab Touch, you know our miracle oil is #1. Our miracle oil works for stretch mark, green vein, blue vein, scars, and a whole lot more. So this is one of the secrets in Fab Touch miracle oil. Very, very good. Moving on, guys, the next thing you want to add is your charm water. You add 50 grams of your charm water. You are going to add 1 5 days whitening oil. I already pasted the picture. So the next thing you're adding is 20 grams of your omiaro. We call it herbal water. Omiaro, you want to have 20 grams of your omiaro. Then half bottle of your Jolly Tonic. This tonic is a lifesaver. Forever paddy. So you want to add 20 grams, sorry, you want to add half bottle of this oil into it. Then half cup of your honey, raw honey, then your fragrance and your preservative. So after adding all these things, then you start stirring, just like you're making swallow. Start stirring with your turning stick. You turn till you get a smooth consistency. This is what your soap should look like. After doing all this, you want to scoop your soap into an empty container and start using it. So if you want to make a smaller batch, all you have to do is to divide all these ingredients I have given to you. You divide it by 2 or 3 or whatever batch you want to make. That is all. So if you're making a large quantity, all you do is you multiply your ingredients. I hope you understand. So what this soap is going to do to your skin is it is going to tone you up nicely. Please don't add more or less. If you want to add more, you can add more moisturizing oil or botanical powders or herbal powders. Don't try to do any wuru to the answer and all of that. So all you want to do, all the soap is going to do to you is going to evenly tone your skin. It's going to clear out blemishes, dry up pimples, acne, blacksoap. And this is how to properly use your soap, your herbal soap. you wet your skin, then you lather the soap on your skin 15 to 20 minutes before you take your bath, so that the soap, it gives the soap the time to work. You start getting a brighter skin gradually, and in a month or two you're already, you know, white. You understand? So that is how to mix a whitening soap with your Ozone soap, and that's how to be safe with it. So guys, that will be all for today. Let me know what you think in our comment section. Let me know what video you like me to make next, and please, if this video has been helpful to you in one way or another, subscribe. Oh, don't forget to share my video, like, turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified the moment I upload another video. Please support your girl, share my video, tell your friends, family, enemy, friends, all of them. Thank you. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.